Hi, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? Please like, share, subscribe, and hype my channel if you have yet to do so. And if you get anything from my work at Connect, Dawn, Epiphany, and Mind Explosion, a new book to read, a new author to explore, artwork to create, please, pretty please consider looking and checking out my links. But they're not just my links, they're amazing people I value that bring a lot of beautiful things to this world, and you should check it out. So go check out my links section on ways to help me, but also everybody else that I support and love. AllyKatCreations211.com is my website. There you get to see paint and sip paintings. That's our project for today. Pyramids, skulls, candles, hyper realistic portraits, all kinds of beautiful stuff. Please check it out. And if you're interested in commerce, purchasing, or commissioning, please email me. I have channel memberships. There you get to have special emojis, entries into my raffles, free, by the way. Oracle card readings once a week, and 40 gets to work with me on my projects, and I'm going to hopefully start episode 3 for my quantum mechanics spiritual paradigm. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Hi, Scott. Hi, Ashmaya. Hi, El Senere. Hi, Charlene. Sorry this is so late. Let's recap the couple of days events. Fun times. We had a ton of problems with my electric, and pretty much all day Sunday, no power. Go out and try to get some things, and the car decides I'm going to go in limp mode. It's such a thing. There is a thing as limp mode. All my lights, all the lights, Christmas treed. And when I put the little code doodle in, it told me the code, and it might be nothing more than what I'm getting from Amazon if they ever get here. How enthused Allison is, I've been waiting all day. Nothing. Didn't come back. So someone's probably driving it, so which is annoying, but I hope it gets here. I had to walk to work today, and which is fine. We all know I could do this, but it does take another like 20 minutes. Depends what time I leave, because my clocking out routine changes. So by the time I left and got home, my Walmart, I know a lot of people don't like Walmart, but they're the only ones that deliver cheaply. And I got my coffee creamer. Yummy coffee. I got some stuff, so I'm really excited about that. But I was waiting and hoping for the auto supplies to come in. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon, after I get home from work, I can look at fixing the car, or at least inspecting what I need to do. But in that time, I had to take a shower because it's 80 degrees and very humid here, and I was sweaty and smelly and yucky. So I had to run and take a shower and eat. So I'm sorry I'm late today, guys. Trying not to. But it's the last week of work in terms of going into a school. Hi. So food delivery around here, and besides Instacart and some of the other stores, uh, Walmart has a really good like if I need something that day, I could get it with a little extra fee, but I pay for Walmart Plus. And I did that when I didn't have my car the first time, and I kept it because I like it. If I'm busy doing work, I could just say, "Hey, between this window, please send me stuff." And normally I don't have to go through hoops. If they don't have something, they replace it or they give me my money back with no issue. So I like them. It's one of the very few places around here that doesn't charge an arm and a leg for the delivery, and everything is always amazing. So until it becomes an issue, I'm sticking with it. And yeah. I'm just hoping the car parts come because I really could get my car. I really need my car on Saturday. Few people pitched in at work to say, hey, um, that's why I'm going to send you something. Hang on. Um, I don't think it's the battery. I think what the code is it's that my engine is somehow either pulling in air or the sensor is sensing it and the sensor needs to be cleaned. I got cleaning this certain sensor needs a specific spray, so I bought that, and I bought two sensors to replace if they're bad. I won't know. I'm not a mechanic, but I did the battery charge. The recommendation for it was to charge my battery. I did that yesterday when my power came back on. But I was playing catch up with everything I missed on Saturday night into Sunday, and then all day Sunday. My shit didn't come back until late. So my whole weekend was like, fuck you, bitch. Ah, wrong chat. Hang-ins. But guess what, guys? Right before oh, El Sunray, I'm sending you guys love and healing. Oh. Oddly enough, El Sunray, before I get into most of that, my cat Ethan. Hi, Stephen. My cat Ethan, before he passed over, when he was a little one, he had to be declawed in the front. And I don't declaw my cats. Only two cats ever got declawed. And the first one, I didn't know about the clawing at all. And my mom was like fucking nervous about the furniture. So, but we left back claws on, but the front claws had to go off. Didn't realize that's not a good thing, but Ethan cat had to be declawed. He had a toenail busted, but the vet is I went to a holistic vet. The vet went for Chinese medicine in China. He does acupuncture on animals. Amazing, amazing vet. He found an anomaly on Ethan that his claws had a hard time retracting, and there was some growths under his paw pads, and they had to remove it. Not fun. Not happy about that. So yeah, I'm sending prayers, El Sunray. The endoscopy sucks. I've had one. Not fun. Oh, foxes are adorable. I love foxies. Guess who came right before I came on here? This is why another reason why I'm glad I'm a little late and everything has divine timing. Little Thor. Little Thor was upstairs eating right before I came down here. So excited. So you guys will get to see Little Thor video in the morning. Um, so excited. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm sending prayers to El Sunray. Girl, I don't know. And I don't think many of us have been catching a damn break. I don't catch any breaks. A little buffer zone, and then universe goes, haha, but there's more, bitch. Yes, there is always. But I'm responding this time way differently. I would hope maybe in the same way, but not. We're sending our prayers, El Sunray. I'm sorry, I was trying to find that. Um, Spirit is testing me again. Same crap. Not falling for it. This time I'm taking the bull and the ram by the horns, and I am literally going to try to fix my car. If not, I think it still rides. And yeah. If not, I will take the car to a shop with the parts so I don't it keeps my costs down. And I will then rent myself a car. I know that's a little extreme, but I really don't want to have to bother people over the weekend. School just got out, and as much as I have amazing people I work with, I don't like bothering people for that kind of stuff. Like, hey, could you get me to and from a show with all the stuff I'm going to set up? You know, oh boy. Oh, sorry. Is that's what? Hang on. I'm going to jump in. The gastro is correct. I don't know too many dogs that get a surgery that come out like freaking excited. Um, yeah, Ethan had a very similar issue. I probably not the same because dogs and cats are a little bit different, but um, it just sucks. I know. You know what? We're alive, we're breathing, and I'm just happy that I have cushion in the places that I could get what I need and work around the insanity going on right now. The energies are bananas. Hi, Miss Sid. Go check out her amazing channel. I get a lot of updates. Like I like them, but I actually listened to I think three of them on my way home today. Because now I'm walking home, so I have some time to listen to stuff that was given during the day that I can't watch or listen to when I'm working. Even though I don't have kids, me and my teacher had a lot of like discussion on children, so it was bananas today. Um, it is a blessing there's no 3 feet of snow, guys. I can tell you that. Hi, Mars. Jesse Waters alluded to, and I'm not saying he alluded to that, Mars, but Jesse Waters did absolutely. Now, Exopolitic, Mr. Exopolitic is all like, oh, well, the reptilians have been here. We know that. Fooey crap. Um, Although I'm going to say, if anybody pays attention to the books that I read, and I know some of you do, even if you don't comprehend it, Here are the themes that have been riding on in the past few weeks. Atlantis and Lemuria. Atlantis and Lemuria, not just in the Curtis books. Blavatsky. It's not even cheap energy, it's free energy, hun. Free. Tesla. And I'm praying that those beautiful patents actually start coming out. That are they're not redacted for public purposes. Which, by the way, guys, on Friday, was it Friday? Saturday, I had the window measurer dude here. Best conversation. I love when, oh, I love, he saw one of my magnets on my refrigerator. Because it's like as soon as you walk in, you see my fridge. Tell me how we had the best conversations about Tartaria, about the aliens, and what they're putting in our food. He lives on a farm down in southern Indiana. Very nice guy came up to do my windows, and we had the best conversation. I think he overstayed his time because we were just having a good time talking. Him and his wife live on a farmy, and he's noticing a lot of things, and oh my goodness sakes. I'm with you on that, Mars. Absolutely with you on that. Um, the window guy was talking about 9/11. I'm like, I was there. I was there. I was there. Um, I was there. I was there at 9/11, so I saw it. And he asked me, did you see something that other people say they saw? And I'm like, nope, nope, I did not. Salama or salam. You, my darling, need to act. Fucking forgot the book upstairs again. Hang on, I took a picture. I took a picture. Hang on. I wrote a quote. You're not faking it until you make it. You are feeling the faith until you become it. Don't fake it until you make it. That scrap that crap out of the out of your vocabulary. Don't say that. Make it fake it until you make it. Don't say it. No. You are feeling the faith until you become it. I can ask the cards all day long. What do you feel? You have to resonate with life. Right. I don't go to, like, honestly, though, my cards don't answer my questions. Like, for me, if I need direction, I have to go to somebody else. Spirit is very funky with that. They don't like to elude anything for me. It's like, surprise! Your life is in shambles again. Thank you. And then the higher self comes into channel through me and saying, well, girl, You chose the hard one. You chose the hard life. Get over yourself. Lessons, girlfriend, lessons. What did you learn? You know what I learned? Oh boy. Oh gosh. I'm trying to get you a yes and no. That doesn't make sense to this equation. Come on, yes or no? All right. You're not gonna like me, girl. I don't know. Maybe spirit and I don't know. I hope that you get it. And again, don't resonate with my cards. Don't take it. Don't absorb it. This is the first card I pulled. Choose a new direction. Now, if you get the job, I say take it. But what I'm getting here is that there might be something better incoming. So look at your contract and see what it is that it might hold you to, that you can't work for someone else for a certain amount of time. I know in the world it gets crazy. Remain positive. Big happy changes. So that you're going through changes. But maybe you need to go thinking outside of the box at what you can do with your skills that you could, and go to Chat GPT for that. I did. It said to keep this and me doing my artwork, but it also said, like, yeah, in education, if you're not making this and here's all your experience, here's what you might be good at. New direction. Here I am. And then we got the no card. But don't take spirit at face value. Go within. You have the answers already lying within you. I know I try for my own self. It sucks. Spirit is putting me through the ringer right now. Yeah, I mean, I use a couple. I don't just stick with ChatGPT. I just know for my residence level, sometimes I get better answers from chat than I do Gemini or other platforms. Um, Claude. Um, yeah, not all the time do I get accuracy. Hi, the big meanie. I'm so excited that little Thor came right before I came downstairs. So excited. I can't tell you. My body's hurting, guys. Anybody else? I don't know if this is because there's humidity that I walked like a crazy person today. That I had a ton of bags on me today. I don't know. Ouch. And I took supplements too. Maybe. I'm looking for my very deep purple. Purple. I don't know where my deep purple lies. I honestly am thinking that too, Elson Ray. Obviously, it's not like I walk closely to 14,000 steps a day. That's kind of normal on average now. But up here, and I have a book bag, and then I carry my lunch bag. I have a big bag of stuff because obviously, if I am not driving, I have to take more with me. My water bottle. Um, and then I had all the teacher presents and paraprofessional presents. I got them these cute little cups. So the teachers got tumblers, like metal ones, and the paras got like sippy cups, they're plastic, and they had like different sayings on it to appreciate them. And they got Mr. Dumpster Fire. This is my life right now, dumpster fire. In a positive light. Contosaurus Rex, I'm gonna have to actually make the color, which is not easy. Ah! Sorry guys, I'll be right there. Kopi. That's all right. I think I can do it. I think I could do it. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Um, Hi Kathy. Making purple is, you would think it's red and blue. Yeah, no, there's different hues of purple and different hues of red and blue. And to get the particular color that I need, I don't have it. I'll try. I'm Ooh. It's hard to see, but it's really sparkly. It looks like the moon, doesn't it? But that's not what's going on there. It says sparkly. I was going to do another sign, but because my power was out on Saturday and it takes a few days after my power goes out, and it was a 24-hour period, I did not epoxy the other day because it was so humid and nasty in this house. So now I can actually, I think tomorrow, get the epoxy done on those signs. I was going to do that today. Didn't help. Did not help. Again, I'm sorry I'm late today. I'm still waiting on my car parts. A mass airflow meter MAF sensor. Don't know where that goes in my car, but I can look it up. Premium TPS throttle position sensor. So it's one of the reasons why my shit goes limp. Oh, and then I got an air filter for my engine. And those are the three things they said troubleshooting before it needs to go to a shop. Now I got to figure out where these sensors are and how to do it, because finding good help around here, you can transcend yourself. Same bullshit, different day. So what is going to be on this beautiful piece before I go into Schumann residence? I'm so excited. Baby P, did you guys see the video? Baby P has huge pouchies. I can't wait to see the babies climbing on her back. I cannot wait to see that. I'm so excited. Guys and ladies and gentlemen, make sure you love on your possums this summer, because these babies eat the tickies. And there's so many effing tickies up here in Northwest Indiana. It's bananas. I sprayed myself crazy today with essential oils. Another reason why I had to go shower, because I smelled like a cacophony of peppermint and lemongrass. And I'm not a fan of lemongrass when it's like that potent. Holy crap. Because people don't mow their lawns around here, and then walking uh to said job, I'm walking through obviously the street. I walk in the street if there's people that have tall grass, but love your possums. Take care of your babies. I hope Baby P and her baby stay. Feast on the tickies, because I don't want nothing to do with them shits. The Lone Star tick was spotted where in the county where the tornado hit with the solar farms. They're spotting a ton of those Lone Star ticks out there. Someone showed a picture. Just saying. But I'm going to put this postulate out there because now it's on my mind, and I just had the epiphany just 2 seconds ago. What happens if a Lone Star tick bites a cow? What does that do to its meat? Anybody know that? Question, answer, question, postulate? Anyone? I don't know. Lemon balm, yes. Girl, I have mint, sage, and then my berry bushes. Everything else needs to be picked and plucked. I haven't seen anything on me yet, and I refuse to. But a lot of people that I work with, and a lot of people that I have in communities, and like, for vending events and stuff, they've been dropping the tick pictures like crazy. It's not like even a conspiracy, like one person found one. No, it's like a ton of people are finding them. So I'm not a happy camper over here. Baby P better, and her babies better be eating all those ticks and having a feast if it's in my backyard. So what I plan to do on this guy, and I hope I get done by Friday. I'm going to start it here with you guys today. This is in my school. This is a mural. That's the school. Obviously, there's a little pirate back there. But my school's dubbed Incredible Ittings Elementary. And I'm going to put the principal, the assistant principal, and the dean on here and name just, principal and their names with the pirate in the middle and Incredible Ittings on top. But we're going to focus on the pirate today. Let's hope it comes out okay. Otherwise, I have to spray paint it and start all over again. And the key purple is not the one I have on the, so I have to create it. Not happy about that. And it's why I don't have any candles lit. Only because flammable. So yeah. Excited about that. I was like, what am I going to do for my principal this year? Last year I gave everybody business card holders, and I thought it's where you put your phone. Today's energies, ladies and gentlemen, holy crap. Right now, we are sitting at an 8.01 hertz, high as a kite. The electromagnetic background is high, rather normal though. Sorry, Batty. I can't with my pen. I want 174 hertz. See if that helps my peen. Oh, it's letting me look at it. Yesterday it would not let me look at this. The spectrograph. The electromagnetic field, look at the wonkies. If you guys have these apps, have you ever noticed these little bright fuckers right there? Starships? Because I'm not convinced that's a planet or a star. Very convinced it isn't. I've had cocksaki a few times. Obviously, I work with children and I diaper them. I haven't had it this year, but for fuck's sakes, not cool for a deer to get that. I'm just curious about, like, obviously, if the Lone Star has a alpha gal allergy, can that communicate to the cow? And then when the cow is slaughtered for meat, does that allergen or that molecule exists in cow's meat once consumed by a human? Do you see where I'm going with that? I'm very curious. Because obviously cows graze and pasture. They're not eating meat. So obviously it wouldn't affect them, but would it affect the cow's molecules? And could that be transmuted and transitioned to a human? I don't know. Look, it's the color I need in nail polish form. Crazy, guys. Crazy. I can't believe it is so close to the ending of the school year. Now I got to figure this out. I got to figure this out. He's not centered either. Shit. I'll be with you guys in 2 seconds. It's kind of hard when you can barely see. I'm doing the eye patch. Okay, so this has to come out a whole shit ton more. Uh-huh. Almost done. Kinda. Why does everything have to be a peanut and a tushy? Because it is ass, everything's a peanut and a tushy. Hi. 9 times out of 10. Nine times out of 10, I would say I'm winging it and I'm gonna wing it. How's that? How's everybody doing in the chat? How are you guys? Any fun conspiracies going on this week? Besides obvious shit? Oh, I know what pain in the butt is, Charlene. I know what that is too. I had not to be gross, I had a colonoscopy for that very reason. I know all about that. All about that. Mm-hmm. We're human. We get shit. It happens. I know what the pain in the tushy really is. Oh, I saw that earlier. I didn't get to read the article. Now, Scott, you know better than I do. Isn't Mars rover filmed? I don't think it's filmed in Utah. Isn't it Nevada? Someone let me know where the rover is filmed out of. Because it ain't fucking over here in outer space for a gel pen to be stuck in it. You know, some math teacher took a rocket and shot out his favorite shirt and sorry, I'm being mean. His gel pen landed on Mars. Oops, did I say that? I might have lost some people. Oops. Did I say that? I did. I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm here just to see how ridiculous the news stream is. Okay, so my tinfoil hat self says, survey says the gel pen might have been a part of the kablooey 1950s testing sites. And the meteor that everybody supposedly is making articles on is postulated to be probably from those test sites. I would only make sense. Especially the big blue pens my dad used to use as a math teacher. I can tell you that much. My dad had 1,000 fucking packs of those blue pens. No shit. And I just donate them to places that kids can use supplies. I mean, here's another let's go looking at the quantum theory of this, right? I think it's so funny. Thank you, Scott, for bringing that up. Okay, let's postulate. If your thoughts create things, there might have been enough scientists that thought that a big blue pen would miraculously materialize inside a meteor. Anything in this lifetime is possible. Oh, Scott, I'm gonna check in a second. Scott probably sent me some really goodies. I made one little fudgeroni up there, but that's okay. Oh man. We're gonna read some stuff too. Oh boy. I did not see that. It's not on mine. Huh. And I didn't change anything. Interesting, Scott. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, YouTube. Shucks. Shuckaroonies. Yeah, I'm in a fuck ton of pain right now. Really? I don't know why I'm not capturing that shit. It doesn't pop up on my end. It's weird. So like so there's a comment that's left for a review and I don't know which one. So I wouldn't worry, guys. But some fuckery is afoot. I don't know, someone hates me. Oh, so for those of you who aren't on my Facebook, today my teacher was a coach for this program that is run through Northwest Indiana, and I'm sure a lot of other schools. It's called Girls on the Run, and the girls had did a nice deed, and they walked around giving everybody, all the adults, affirmations and snacks. Well, because I was running around like a crazy person, I got "You are independent." Isn't that great? Interesting. Independent. I'm just going to say this about chat. I did not put any chat restrictions on this channel. And the only thing that would be asked of everybody is just to be respectful of each other. I don't know why things would be disappearing because all of you are, for the most part, respectful. And I think Scott only had to mute one or two people ever on the channel as I'm doing whatever. And Scott is one of my moderators. Buckshot's another one, but I can have more if anybody's interested. Hi, Arnie. How are you? Go check Arnie's channel out because he's putting out amazing stuff and wow. Um, Arnie's motivating me. If I have time. I'm playing around with if you once again, if you're on my Facebook, um my saying in this world is "like the path forward," and upstairs gave that to me. I didn't read it anywhere. That just is a download drop from upstairs. And I'm trying to make graphics around that and playing around with it because I am developing merch for it. And yeah. So Arnie's like getting me all creative. Very creative. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a lot of pain. Thank you. I hope I can get there. Allison has to find out where I can rent a car from because this one, I have to bring it if I can't find the sensor placements because I have them and Amazon seems to want to say it's coming today and it'll probably come at 10 o'clock tonight. I'm so pissed. Um, but tomorrow after work, hopefully I'll have that stuff and work on the car. If it doesn't work out in that manner, I will then be bringing my car to a shop, but I need to rent a car because I need to get to the library. And I am not putting that on a Lyft or Uber driver to help me with all the crap that I have to bring. And it's not crap, it's my artwork. So I'll figure it out one way or another. But holy crap. I mean, the affirmation, you are independent. I was like, oh my God, girls. It's great. Um, Today, the universe is saying to you, today's energy feels like another generational positive transformation day. We are at 5 days away from the rare blue moon. Blue full moon, by the way, at 9 degrees Sagittarius, and the energy already feels intense. Yes. Power struggles and the feeling that something within you is ready to change completely. I'm there. I'm there. Remember, Pluto is newly in Aquarius, and for the first time in generations, this energy feels especially magical and hard to ignore. As the moon moves through challenging aspects today, emotions may feel heightened, relationships more sensitive, and reality harder to avoid. The Gemini sun trines Pluto retrograde, bringing clarity, truth, deep conversations, and some realizations. It feels like the universe is preparing us to release what no longer aligns so we can fully step into the next chapter of abundance. So today, work your magic and trust that everything is aligning in divine perfect timing. I embrace positive transformation as I welcome generational prosperity. I believe. Pooey. Pooey. Oh, yeah. The garden picture, Arnie. Wow. Crazy. I need my backyard to get back to where it was. Stupid windstorms. I can't believe in a few days we're going to have the May 31st blue moon is the rarest reset of your year. A blue moon, the second full moon in a single calendar month, only arrives every 2 to 3 years. And the one rising on May 31st in Saggy is the kind of cosmic event that does not pass through your life without leaving something different in you. Sagittarius is the sign of meaning, faith, and the bigger story your life is telling. And a blue moon in this sign asks you to look honestly at where you have lost your sense of possibility and where it is asking it to come back. By the morning of June 1st, you will know something about your direction that you didn't know at the start of the month. Mark the date. Blue moons do not just illuminate, they redirect. My teacher was calling me. So for those of you that know my circumstances with one of my students in the beginning of the year, said student transcended on Mother's Day, but the said parents never let us know, and it was a little heartbreaking to find out that far out recently. And finally my teacher got had to get in contact for something completely unrelated, and the parent finally said, "Oh yeah, by the way." Just for anybody with kids out there, and I'm not talking really to the chat because all of you have grown-up kids, most of you that have children. But if there's anybody young listening to me ever, regardless of your opinion of education, the school your children go to, let me give you a little insight. I might not be a mom, but I am a mother to your child if they are graced in my classroom. And there is no reason that if something ever were to happen to your child that we don't want to know as well, because a bunch of the therapists today were talking with me, and we would have been so honored to find out, to send flowers, to send something to this child's memorial, because at the end of the day, we were the only other people around this child's life that gave a shit. Just know that the teachers, the staff in a school really do care about your kids. You might not like them. You might get one or two difficult jerks that work in a school. That always happens. But the 90% of us that give a shit, that care, and that love your kids, even on their roughest days, if something were to ever happen, I would at least love to know. I have a heart too. And that was one of the bigger blows of this year, is finding out in my career that a child has transcended and went to God. 4 years old. That's not easy. It's not easy to take that in, and it's a little devastating. The way I had to find out through a bus driver, mind you. But anywho, let's get happy. Don't worry, she let me know she's happy, she's fine, she's thriving up there. And earlier today, I looked at my teacher and I saw a white misty cloud around her, and I thought it was my eyes bugging out, but I got a little wink and it was her. I didn't want to freak my teacher out. She's there and she's not there spiritually. So yeah. As much as we want to bash schools for the indoctrination, and a lot of teachers are actually in agreement of that nonsense, once again, though, your kids still need to learn their 1, 2, 3s, ABCs, how to read, basic life skills, how to function in society. You know, that not everybody's going to be nice to you, how to work your anger out, because a lot of kids have anger issues and are frustrated. They can't verbalize what they want, so they pitch a fit and they want attention, and we kind of help direct those kids. And I'm not even talking about special needs children. I'm talking about all children. Children need school. Now, if you homeschooled, that's cool too, but your kids still need human beings to be around. We're not looking at a powder situation. I hope not. I would hope not. you know, we don't want powder happening. But yeah, we got a rare blue moon. And it looks like changes are going to happen. I'm hoping to see more changes happening in my life. I feel a lot of changes in my essence, but it hasn't translated yet. And, you know, the Aries within me is like, okay, I'm being tested again with the car. I'm being tested again with the finances. I'm being tested again. And I need a better situation for me. How do I get there? So I'm working on those facets. Obviously, I'm doing purple. I'm just mapping things out, making things make sense on here. I thought when my teacher calls me, something's going on. But I hope everybody's having a good day. Energy's a wonky. You guys got quiet. Is it because you're bored? I hope you're creating at home. If you are making something, let me know what you're making. There's been a lot of distractions in the ether. A lot of look over here and not over there. All of a sudden, a certain boxers stuff started coming back onto my feed. I don't know why. I don't know. It's a little annoying. A tad bit. And the hum of the lawn mowers is also very highly annoying. Arnie, you working on any new decks? I'm gonna say, Arnie, I went for the channel member only video I did the other day. I only pulled one card. It was the eight, I want to say the Eight of Swords. Everything else was major arcana. How? I don't know. And then synchronistically, I pulled from your angel number deck, and 333, 555, and 999 came out. I love mermaids. Oh, I'm excited. Mermaids. That's awesome. Yeah, so I actually have a really good connection to that deck. And Spirit likes working through me with that deck. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. There is a lot of fucking noise outside. What is going on? Sorry. My potty mouth is extensive today. 'Cause life is a dumpster fire. But you know what? Little Thor did show up today. What's the topic of the day? Well, I will say the energies, because they're batshit right now. The changing of our paradigm. That's also up for discussion today. Conscious expansion is always our deal here. But earlier I was mentioning about the tickies, the people coming back on. James Gilliland is back all over the place. I don't hate him. I think he's genuine. Shit, his nose is off. I'm painting from sight, which is not an easy task to do. That's why I'm trying to focus, sort of. I'm not sure if I'm liking this angle. I have to sit with that for a minute. Did you see your little Thor also? Oh, how cute. I'm glad both of them are back, Ashmaya. I don't know. Listen, I take every day as a blessing, and little Thor coming today, right before I came downstairs, was a big blessing. Because I'm not sure where I leave my window open right there so I could see if he's coming onto my property, but it's really hard if he's coming from the opposite direction. It really is. I got to figure this little pirate guy out. I'm not happy with it. Source message of the day. You woke up one day and realized you are no longer trapped inside an old version of yourself. And after spending years turning growth out of force, it's now time for something softer. Not pushing against life. Not shrinking either, though. Just finally moving in the direction of your higher self. The calmer you become, the stronger. The more honest you become, the more energy you feel. No longer constantly defending. You are more grounded. You are more opened. And you are growing into your most natural version yet. And you gotta embrace those things, guys. We are changing. And I know I've been feeling my higher self condense into this massive being of light that I am. For reals. Not pleasant. Don't get any ideas. I'm not happy with this. I'm gonna be honest, not happy. Um, I'm channeling too at the same time, guys, so I do apologize. My brain's being split into 5 different directions. I'm not happy about that either. Yikes, I don't like when my brain does this. Anybody else getting short-circuited in the mind as well? Like what's been going on, just like I'm showing you examples of like how that's happening in real time. It's not that I'm losing train of thought. I got little voices going on inside of me. No, I'm not schizophrenic. All right, this purple has to lighten up too. Close though. I wish I've been trying to ground my energy as well, and whatever I am doing is not working. Hi, Joshua. Whatever I'm doing to ground is not working. And I know that in my sense of life, grounding works differently for me than most people. I'm going to say this too. I really do feel the electric going on in my body has been amplified by a fuck ton. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that, but I know that my circuitry is either upgrading, it's super painful, and no thank you, keeping me up at night. Okay, this is purple too. I really like this hue of purple I made. I'll show you guys in a minute. I gotta do better with the black. And this is gonna need a few coats. So it ain't looking good right now. I thought I had a valiant effort going on in it. I honestly think that's why, just on the note side, why I was majorly needing to walk. I know in the winter when things were like in fucked up land, it was nice walking because I got to meditate and I got to be in nature. And today was a pleasant morning walk. I actually was really, I walked faster than normal because I was just in the zone. I got lost in myself and it was great. Um, so I'm kind of happy that I get to walk to work. I mean, not fun, but we're upgrading for sure. And a lot of these messages have been talking about the changes going on within our cellular, mitochondrial DNA, the etherical DNA. We're feeling it in the tuning. We're getting our uploads and downloads. Everybody's going to experience it differently. I just know like change is here and I just don't know what it looks like fully. I'm embracing it. I'm not expecting it. I'm just going with the flow. That was another big message this weekend in the channel member, like bigger than normal. It was subtle in there, but everything is telling you to go with the flow and be the river. And that's not easy to do in your third dimensional self. It's easier to do in a self that you kind of know, but kind of don't know. Like right now, I'll tell you, between my shoulder blades, my arms, and my like back of my neck, it feels like I'm being electrocuted. That's my nerves. But there's more here, so let's read. This is not cachet. This is veiled in the moonlight. Jana. Not everybody around you becomes happy when your life begins improving. Some people become uncomfortable the moment your spirit starts becoming stronger, wiser, calmer, and harder to manipulate. They preferred the version of you that doubted itself, tolerated disrespect, chased approval, and stayed emotionally weak. That is why this week requires silence, discipline, and protection over your energy. Stop announcing every dream before it breathes. Stop exposing your next move to people who secretly enjoy watching your spirit struggle. Some battles are won quietly. Some transformations grow best in silence. And sometimes the greatest revenge is becoming so healed, focused, and powerful that your life no longer reacts to negativity at all. And may your spirit grow to untouchable within itself, that even the eyes secretly waiting for your downfall begin losing sleep, watching your light refuse to collapse. May your silence become the soil where greatness grows so deeply that people mistake your calmness for weakness, while your future is already rising beneath their feet. And may the version of you emerging from this season carry such dangerous peace, focus, and elevation that negativity no longer finds a door into your life. Very few people genuinely want to see you rise without envy or hidden judgment. Those who truly understand you often recognize the parts of you that remain unspoken. The opinions of others will never make your dreams come true. Damn Skippy. That right there is damn truth. Gravel down. Where's chicken? Chicken drop down. Chicken. Yeah. Hi, UFO. I'm glad. Welcome. A lot of mathematic. I'm going to be honest with you. When I pulled over the weekend, for those of you who are channel members, I do Oracle card readings. Arnie in the chat has Oracle angel number cards. And I was kind of floored at just the tarot cards that came out. But the numbers. And today I did, obviously I put like my walking thing on. I'm new to the phone watch conundrum. And I'm walking and I'm trying to do better for my health to get more moving in. And I saw the time and it was 3:33. I saw my watch in doing something and it said 555. Those were the two cards that I pulled over the weekend. What? Crazy. But that right there is so true. I have to ponder on that. Actually, I write it down. Besides energies, coordinates. So what I just read, I'm going through in different ways. I'm about needing a big part of my soul's lesson is to learn how I need to look after myself because no one else is going to look after myself but besides me. And some of us already watched me go through that lesson by giving so much of my time and energy into another podcast that I did a lot in the background for and really didn't receive much energy back in return. And I did a lot of things for other people out of my heart space, which is never in question, out of my best intentions. But I did not focus on myself, and I came into a humongous shit show downfall. Dumpster fire. It's a little mini dumpster fire. It's a dumpster fire. That was my life. Because I didn't focus on myself. And for all the things that I do tell you guys that I want to do, and a lot of people in the background might be jealous or, hey, I'm going to support you too. And I do for most of all of you that have a website or have something that you would want to show me. I'm more than happy to share that stuff because we're in unity. I'm in unity consciousness. I want to see everybody thrive. I don't want anybody being left out. I want all of us to be in amazing spaces and places because every one of us have a different gift and a different talent to bring to the world. I don't know. I don't see competition in this life. I don't like to compete against anybody because we're all special in our unique ways. Why compete? I mean, I got this from the Deep State Mapping Project, which is kind of cool. Um, but it's in sincerity, it's true. There are going to be a lot of people that are being envious and jealous, and they're looking at the old version of you, perhaps. We're already merging to a new self. We're merging to our higher self. And that higher self is not living in a space where envy, jealousy, and leaving anybody out is going to be an option. Our higher selves are in a tribe, and we're supposed to unify and love each other and let the past self dissolve, decohere out of this branching of reality. And there's some people that are still on the loopy loop of the recording that they can't get their head out and moving forward. They're stuck because justice needs to be served and blah. And people make mistakes. I don't know how many of you made mistakes, but I could say I made a lot of fucking bad decisions in my life. I made a lot of bad choices in my life and made some mistakes, and a lot of the things were not cognizantly done to ill intend to hurt anybody. But those people can't let those things go. They hold them so tightly in the middle of their cheeks, and the fart won't come out to sparkle and glitter. And it's absolutely sickening. But there are going to be people that do that, and we're going to see a lot more of those things pop up in our paradigm. I know I am. For sure. Not everybody has the drive right now to create and do it in such a way that it's unconventional. I know Arnie and myself and a few others in here are very unconventional people. We're not trying to get popular because that's what's going to gain all the money in the world. I just want to be content and be able to pay my basic necessities, right? I'm not looking for a fucking Maserati. I'm looking for an affordable SUV that will get me through the winter in Northwest Indiana until I figure out a move, right? Exactly, Sparky. How are you? Lovely. But there are going to be people out there that want to see you fall and collapse. Now, those are the people that you don't need in your life. And those are and that's really the protection that our souls need to inhabit. So please make sure you are protecting your energy. That's right, Ashmaya. I'm not proud at a lot of the things I've done in my past. I'm not. I was a reckless, careless. I had a heart. I did love, but I was in my early 20s. I was in a stage in my life I did not want to be here. I did not care. I was numb. I did not want to live. I just the guard the dumpster fire happened after my dad died. The dumpster fire happened after my dad died. I had to give up on all my dreams. Not only that, my arthritis took out my dreams too. And it's not to say that I can't go and make those things a reality now. I sure damn can. But a lot of my early point of losing my dad and getting sick, just graduating college, and my whole life that I was like, dumpster fire. It exploded. My life exploded. And what do you do from there? I numbed myself out, and that was one of the stupidest things I could have done. But I learned so much scraping by and being on the bottom of the barrel my whole life. I think I learned a lot more compassion, a lot more unconditional love, I learned how to survive. But now the new paradigm, it's not about surviving anymore. The lax survival paradigm is out the fucking window. The bad choices, the bad decisions I made are gone. I forgive myself. I forgive all involved, and I'm moving on. I don't want my past being a fucking echo that loops on a recorder my whole life. And anybody that's going to keep bringing that back past up, chicken! Buck, buck! Chicken says, pew, because we're not doing that no more. Higher self said, no way, Jose. And my chickens got stuck. Hang on, we got a chicken. Chicken's in the chat. I would say at one point both, because I did some reckless things. And I'm going to say what really helped me was Timothy Leary doing what he made. It changed my brain chemistry. I actually, when I did that magic Timothy Leary stuff, I saw how beautiful the world was. I finally got to see things that no one else could see. My brain was seeing realities in which were a potentiality. And I started breathing in light. And if it wasn't for that, I'm sure something else would have like fucking knocked me on the head to make me see those beautiful things. But I still made a lot of mistakes in my life. I'm not regretful of them because I learned a fuck ton from them. It's just that there are people that still want to see us in those states. And those people don't worry or mean anything to me anymore. Absolutely. I'm not a happy camper with how things end in my life, or like right now, I'm going through another, hey, everything is exploding and dumpster firing in your life. The 24-hour blackout, your car not or your car, you're driving and all of a sudden a Christmas tree happens and your lights go off, your engine check light comes on and you can't brake really well. And you can't turn your steering wheel, and everything in your system is like, fuck you, bitch. Try to get home now. Ha! And it's raining and like fucking cats and dogs. I made it home, but another like conundrum hits. I think we're always meant to be where we want to be. And if we look at the time travel thing, it's the same thing as looking at superposition. It's saying, I want better. I'm done with experiencing this constant loop of shit. What change do I need to make in order to get that position in the higher self that's living that life that I so want to be fulfilled in? I already am. It's there, it's up there. I'm very much in the many worlds interpretation in the multiverse. I know from my own facts, there's a version of me that has everything that I want. And it's not that much. It's just the basic things in life. I'm a simple person. I don't need much to pacify me. What did I do with the blackout? I tried doing my course on my phone. That didn't really get that successful because I need glasses. But I was able to read and catch up a little bit on Federico Fagin. So, win-win chicken dinner. I got some reading and cleaning done in the house. But what happens if the fish transcends itself and becomes a bird in the next life? or already is a bird and configures its essence into the bird. I am very aware of my light body. I'm very connected to my light body. And it's why earlier, I know you weren't, I don't know how far in you were listening to me, when El Sunray was letting us know about her hubby, what was going on. I actually used my light body to go and check out what was going on. And the gastroenterologist is correct. There needs to be something going on to contain some veins in her hubby's neck because I could see that stuff. Not because that's my light body doing it and giving me back the information. But next life doesn't need to be after transcension, does it now? In any moment, this body could continue in a fractal of your soul. You can transfer your higher formed consciousness into something else. We haven't gotten to the point where we could stay there. That's why we are in our dream states, living some crazy shit. But there will be a time that we can go, I don't want this body no more. Altered Carbon on Netflix. Watch it. Okay, let's just Divine Sunflower Tarot, Miss Sid. 333. Synchronicities all the way around. Yeah. It's a really good show. Altered Carbon is Sparky is it's an interesting dynamic and it's not staying that long. Um it's more that I'm a teacher at this point and not the one learning the lesson. And I mm, it's gone. I don't need to worry about it. Bye. Okay, so Alter Carbon is a little when I watched it, I got a lot out of that show. It is super spiritual, but it's shown through again, once again, fiction. I know you do, girl. And let's just say it talks about reskinning and these little pods that everybody has on the back of their neck. It's like Neo breaking out of the pod. Same definite concept, but the soul is in the chip and then it replants itself in different skins. So there is the concept of reincarnation right there. It's just given to you a little differently. And it's about good guys and bad guys but there's a lot of spiritual hidden gems within that show that really sparks a lot of points if you are there to see it. I think the show is phenomenal. I haven't gotten to watch a lot of it because I don't have Netflix. I have to watch the show, when I'm over someone's house that has it. And I haven't watched it in a while, but I mean, I was fascinated by the storylines. It's a little sexy. It's a little sexy. But what isn't nowadays? I don't like how this paint is drying. She absolutely does. I appreciate all of you because you guys are contributing to conscious expansion. And whoever does watch and read the chat, they're going to get a lot out of the chat. So thank you all for contributing to it. Even if you don't agree with me, there might be a comment that someone makes that you're like, yeah, damn straight, damn Skippy. But I find it very interesting right now with a lot of more people coming out of the woodwork. James Gilliland is back in the picture. He was out of it for some time. Now everybody's going back to him because of EST Ranch. Um, do I believe everything? I live on a Stargate. I think I wrote that in one of his chats. Um, in one of his chats, he's like, I lived on or one of his like videos, I live on a Stargate. And so did I. A minor one. I should actually look into that if his coordinates are, hey, I don't know exactly where EST is. Why? Ash Maya, did you put monkey emojis in? It's being held for review. I gotta go look back into that. I do apologize, guys. I was looking for, okay, hang on. I have to move it. I have to rearrange some of my screen. So Ashiana Dean has okay, there is something on in Seattle, maybe. Let's go look further. Sarasota, Florida, if you live around there, there's a Stargate there. Earth, 12 Earth Star Gates access, base 12. Sarasota, Florida. Bermuda Islands, Giza, Machu Picchu, Russia, Moscow, Lake Titicaca, China, Tibet, Iran, Abadan, Iran. Abadan, Iran. Stargate. If anybody knows in the political realm where they're fighting in Iran, if it's Abadan, there's your secret sauce right there. If you don't believe me, here we'll share some screenage. I don't want to get flagged for anything, but right here. Ah! Right here. SG-10, Abadan, Iran. Montague, France. Vertical primary accitonal lines. Parallel Earth. Parallel Earth, Stargate access. Peru, Mexico, Canada, New Zealand, West Indies, Northwest Antarctica, south of Mexico, west of Argentina, West Antarctica, Central Indian Ocean. So a lot of those are Indian Oceans. 12Q sites, Inner Earth Stargate access. Cyprus, Easter Island, Chile. Johannesburg, South Africa. Some very long-winded name in Mexico. Vatican City, Rome, Italy. Inner Earth Stargate access, the Vatican. Thar Desert, India. Paxos, Greece. Another place in Tibet. Westbury, UK. Basara, Iraq. Like eyeball, Island. Ire, Ireland. Hawaii, Kauai. '12 planetary Ark of the Covenant Stargate. So it's not just one effing Stargate. There's multiple Stargates. Adair, Ireland. Stonehenge, England. Seattle, Washington State, USA. Manhattan, New York City. Guess what? That's where the Twin Towers were. Coordinates. Bali, South Pacific. Someplace in Australia. Phoenix, USA, Arizona. Atlantic Ocean, southwest of Bermuda. Antarctica. Baghdad, Iraq. Newgrange, Ireland. Cornwall, United Kingdom. 12 Trinity Stargates. Maui Beach, Malibu, California. Belize City, Belize, South America, Central America. My Stargate at my house in Staten Island, New York. That was me. Me. Southwest Castiglione, Tuscany, Italy. Adamamon Sea of coast of Tavoy, Burma. Fiji. Auckland City, North Island, New Zealand. Lake Superior off the coast of Thunder Bay, Canada. Some Temple of Egypt. Epsom Downs, Surrey, UK. Northwest of Cork, Ireland. That was me. I'm at Trinity Stargate 4. Star Crystal Seals. East of Nantes, France. Bulgaria. Jacksonville. A lot of this is all the oceans. Yep, the crystal seals are in the oceans. Primary vortices. The Painted Desert, Arizona. Israel, Jerusalem. Himalayan Mountains, Asia. Giza, Egypt. Machu Picchu, Peru. The Caucasus Mountains, Russia. The Rocher Pillars. The Atlantic Ocean. Like 3 of them are. The Bay of Biscay. The Kashmir, Tibetan border. And a bunch of other ones that are like all ocean. 7 Jehovah Seals, the White Horseman, northeast of Quebec, Canada, the Red Horseman, Peru, Bolivia border, Chile, Black Horseman, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Holy shit. Pale Horseman, east of Nassau, Bermuda. Souls of the Slain, Chile. The Great Earthquake, Venezuela. 7 Angels and 7 Trumpets, Atlantic Ocean, east of Charleston, South Carolina. Pi X Wormholes, Atlantic Ocean, east coast of the United States. Lower Phoenix Wormhole, Atlantic Ocean, off of eastern coast of the United States. So I'm reading all of this to just to say it's not just one Stargate. We can make a lot of claims. We can make a fuck ton of claims. I know from my own self that once I found that stupid book, and it's not stupid, but once I found that book, my whole entire life started making sense. Like if God said, let there be, it let me be to know what I am and to know what one of many of my missions were. Yeah, this also begs to question a couple of things that I don't know how many people, I know people do speak on it, but we're looking at the Bermuda Triangle. Mr. Ex-politic guy, exopolitic guy, he talks about the arcs, the space arcs in the middle of the oceans. Now we know that the Bermuda Triangle, there's one up in Lake Michigan between Canada, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Not so much down further by me, but no matter where you are in the world, doesn't matter. There's portals, there's parallel realities, there's things that we all could reach and consciously get to. I don't know if I would want to go back to my, let's just say I had the ability to go back to my old house. I don't know if I would be able now knowing the all the stuff that I know now, if I'd be even comfortable walking in that house. I obviously have the frequency key. I closed the fucker. But until someone else has the same frequency key, I'm not alone. And this is something that we all should be understanding of. You're not alone. There's other people with your frequency signatures. You have a unique key, right? But that key also has many different little gadgets and gizmos that for these planetary stellar things can open up. It's not just my key and the only key. I want people to be aware of that. We have a 3D signature of resonance. All of us do. And each of us have a specific little groove in a key that opens up doors. You don't believe me? That's okay. You don't need to. But I'm letting you all know. Oh. Yay! My car parts are incoming. 4 stops away. Does not fix anything right now, but here we are. This is not looking too good. It ain't. You know what we do when we don't like something? We white it out. That's what we do. Obviously, the purple didn't dry. That's all right. We white it out. We do it again. I hope so. And I mean, here's the thing. Here is my conundrum. Obviously, I don't know. I got a loan. It wasn't for the amount that I needed. It was a little under. But here's the thing. It took so much stress off my shoulders. I got to pay my property tax. So now we're all free and clear. I have enough for next spring, the fall, and we're good. We're great, right? That took care of one of the biggest strains on my thinking conscious. Um, I got a ton of my debt down, my credit card debt. I had to live off credit cards for a long time, and I got them down to a nice amount. So a big chunk of that money went towards getting my credit back to task. Now, I got a phone call from one of the window companies that I had out that assessed me, and it was a little too pricey, but it was a buy one, get one free, not buy one, get one free, buy one, get one 50% off deal that I could not pass up, could not pass go, could not collect $100. I had to go for it. Why? Because in the long run, that those windows are going to up the value of my house. It's going to save me money for heating and the electric bill because I won't be killing my air conditioner or my heating bill in the winter. And it's more of the adult thing to do, even though I do need a car and that's also adulting. Um, and because my car has been working without an issue for the last few months since fixing it, I'm like, well, I could still drive it. Now it's the summer. I don't really have to push for anything new for right now. Well, fun times. Fun times. So I got to figure life out again as per normal. But to be honest with you guys, I am trying to think economically with if it's a part that is like less than $100, I'm willing to fix the car. As long as it can get me from point A, I don't really go far. It's not like I'm driving to New York. I'm not going anywhere. And if I were to go on a trip or do something, I would literally rent a vehicle. Plain and simple. I like to drive. But I got to do it in a car that I feel safe in and not worried that I'm going to break down far off the time scale here. All right, I feel a lot better about this now. I do. I feel better about this. White fixes things. That's because Sparky, you absolutely live there, and they know. Native Hawaiians, how do you say it terminology wise? They know, they're not stupid. Could I get away with that? I might. Oh yeah, that he said he's magnetic field. I'm not saying that James is off. Um Making a claim though, I mean again, Ashiana Dean's doing the same thing. She's making claims. I know how accurate her shit is because I lived on one and I know that I did. After with all the pictures, all the evidence and stuff that I went through in that house, yes. ESETI, next level. I don't know if I could call it a Stargate, more so a portal. I don't know if they're interchangeable. I don't know his definition of what he has, but guess what? That's all right. I'm a fan of James. But again, a lot of people like the clickbait shit, and I'm not about the clickbait shit. Unless you have backings. You can claim your shit, cool. I mean, anybody can claim anything nowadays. I'm a spaghetti monster. I wear a colander on my head. No offense. I'm being an asshole. But that's one example. I want to be a part of your Victoria's Secrets. Sorry, guys. Literally men out there. If you know, you know. And I do feel sorry for you. Sparky, did they talk about Lemuria or their kingdom? Because I tell you what. See, look, it's looking way better now that I covered the black. The black was off. Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. I want to watch it, and something hasn't made me watch it yet. Or, well, for me, it would have been listening to it because I have to, maybe tomorrow morning when I walk to work. I'm definitely curious. I'm very curious. And not because I like Nino, I don't. I'm not a fan. A roundabout way, Sparky. I just find it very interesting, and I'm maybe this is where we could put this out in all collectively into the ether, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Spirit got me when I'm reading the Curtis books, it's bringing up Atlantis Lemuria. When I'm reading Blavatsky, there's some sections in there that mention Atlantis and Lemuria. Um, there have been other books that I've been the Rosicrucians book, as I think as well had mentioned it. I rather know about the truth or what their perception of truth is on both of them. I wasn't saying you did, Summer. You're very much like me. You transcended a lot. Um, yeah, there's certain people that I cannot watch anymore, and not because they're not giving you truth or news, but my goodness, no thank you. Nino is one of them. I might have to cricket names here. Holy shit. My version. Guys, oh my God, it's here. I'm sorry. I'm ecstatic about car parts that I probably won't be able to put in by myself. So, guys, give me 2 seconds. I am going to get that in before we have porch pirating happening and Allison cries. I will be right back. back. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, excited and happy. How's everybody doing? I know, I look like a mess. Had to also get a can of recess. And guys, don't hate on me. I don't get paid for any of this. This popcorn right here is fire. Fire. And I don't eat popcorn much because of my teeth. Fire. That popcorn is fire. If you're looking for a good, healthier snack, that stuff is fire. Fire. That popcorn is fire. My teacher told me about that because I don't really go and eat stuff out of bags much. Recently, just to keep the fundages down, I'm really back to eating once a day. I'm not necessarily that hungry, but I'm like I get into a snacky mood. And the stores are finally coming out with good fruit. But once again, if someone has to pick the fruit out for me, I don't know. I don't trust it so much until my car situation gets fixed. So that was on sale and I had no choice because I love that brand. She gave me a taste and it smells freaking delicious. And I highly recommend if you're looking for a really good snack. Because let me tell you what, nuts are really expensive. Very expensive. Hella expensive. I like this one. You are not your patterns. You are the awareness that can observe them. That gap between the pattern and the observer is where your transformation actually lies. Really like that. Try not to yawn, but I have no choice. The universe is saying some days life feels paused, like the universe has pressed everything into stillness. But even beneath stone, water keeps moving. Your path is not dead just because it is quiet. The soul grows underground first. Roots do not panic because they cannot see the sun yet. They keep speaking to life as if it can hear you, because it can. Keep imagining change even when the evidence looks frozen. A single moment, a single phone call, a single shift in energy can rearrange an entire season of your life overnight. Do not build a permanent home inside temporary heavens. I like that one too. I've been feeling more connected to this stuff recently, and sometimes I don't. I don't feel connected sometimes to all the messages that I share. But I know recently I've been feeling them. I'm trying to get to spiritual cachet. There is a threshold moment that isn't widely spoken about. When the familiar stops feeling safe and starts feeling like a cage you only remained in because it was all you had learned to trust. When what you have been holding on to, not out of love, not out of truth, but out of habit, out of fear of the unknown, begins to weigh more than it shelters. That moment is not a crisis, it is an invitation. Because the discomfort of change that once felt too large to move toward has become smaller than the quiet cost of another day, staying somewhere you no longer belong. And something in you already knows this. It has known it for a longer than you have allowed yourself to admit. That knowing is not reckless. It is the most honest thing in you finally becoming louder than fear. Trust it. What becomes unbearable is not always the change. Sometimes it is the effort of continuing to betray what you already know. On my phone, ex-government researcher says 4 distinct alien species have reportedly been retrieved from crashed UFOs. BS. More than 4. I think they're using 4 as a point FAFO. I think they're using the breeds, the species of the Grenada Treaty. Um, and the reason why I'm tying that into what the threshold of change is a lot of this stuff that we're talking about with UFOs is uncomfortable to the mass. For most of us, it's a secondary natured thing. We already know. We have a big knowing, expansive knowledge on the UFOs, the terrestrials, the other beings that inhabit this plane that we do. They're just a little smarter than us. They have technology better than ours. Some of them are, in fact, helping us. But we're going to see more and more of these articles start springing up. Looking at bigger picture thinking, how did Independence Day know the other species of aliens that are actually out there? How did Russia give you the red and yellow books, the Alien Almanac? There's a lot of humanoid races out there that look just like us. Cyclopeans, I believe, look like us. Some Syrian races look like us. Palladians, some Lyran, Vega. The humanoid isn't just tied to the Nordics. Some Beta and Alpha Centaurians look like us. It's looking like us. They have the humanoid genetic gene. That's all. But they're also, like us, all together now, divinely spark with the God source, also are hybrid of other races. Will they tell you of the Greys and the Reptilians interbreeding and the Dracos interbreeding with other cultures. And there's not just one type of reptilian, there's multiple. The insectoids, there's multiple different species. It's not just one. There are spider beings in Antarctica, supposedly, postulating here. I agree with you. I want people to be more expansive when they're thinking, when these alien stuff or articles and the people talking about stargates and the different types of craft. Most of those craft are ours. Some of them are drones. There's a lot of technology out there that's been hidden from us for a very, very, very long time. Why do you think the German dude, Austrian dude, wanted to go after the Bell? He was in contact with the Nordic, what we call Nordics. They're Palladians and maybe a offshoot of hybridized Palladians. Um, if you think we're hybridized, they're all hybridized, and they're hybridized crossbreeds everywhere. I mean, and this is the stuff that they were doing in Atlantis. Do you think it ever went away? Absolutely effing not. It went underground. It went to inner earth. Um, if you have read anything of James Rank or watched his SSP 101, I highly recommend it. You don't need to believe in everything that James says. Bless his soul. Um, but Ashtiana Dean talks about it. Almost every other person that channels talks about it. So, like, who are we alluding to? Yeah, I love that quote, Mars. But it's truth. Voyager's books from Ashtiana Dean, if you're very interested in just getting another perspective, highly recommend reading it. Um, highly not easy to read by any stretch of the imagination. Her work is not easy to understand. Again, I left the book upstairs, but Reconstructing Reality, Portal, Through the Portal by Suzanne Lai. I turned to a page on Friday and it was fucking phenomenal. Like mind blowing. Betty! It's Betty. Apparently, I'm missing some of the chat. Scott keeps messaging me some stuff. If anybody's comment is up for review, if I'm not seeing it on my end, but I know Scott is on his, um, I don't know who's reviewing it. I will go look at my settings in the chat and see what's going on. Um, I try not to block anybody on my channel unless it's necessary. So I do apologize if anybody's stuff is being blocked or up for review. Here's an energy report. I still feel like I'm being electrocuted in certain spots of my body. I don't know about you. The fast approaching Saggy full moon is going to be a big one. I got a lot of my minor stuff in Sagittarius, a fire sign. I can feel the energy shift approaching, and I'm curious how it's going to feel like for us in the physical reality. It can be it can be go in any direction. It can either be totally motivating, positive, or discouraging and frustrating. We shall see what happens in the next few days/hours. Pay attention to what will come to the surface, what will trigger you, how you will feel emotionally. Observe if there will be any old topics repeating themselves or a completely new topic shows up for you. Slow down, try to relax as much as you can, observe, reflect, and feel. Well, here it is for me, at least. For me, what's looping? The car and the finances again. Not because I took the road where I needed to do more of the mature thing of adulting. I still need a car to get to work, and if I want to get out of my job and pivot somewhere and still be physical somewhere, I still need a car. I don't know about that song. I don't know about that song. Um, in the Renaissance period, I have the textbook upstairs. I've been when I was studying for the art exam that I'm not doing anymore. Um, I'm doing other things. Don't think I'm not. I'm doing courses and stuff, but not in art history anymore. But doing the art history looking, I was also looking at in the Renaissance period, there happens to be a bunch of paintings done by different people depicting the UFOs in the sky. Atlantis fell, and not all of it fell. That's how we got Ra and the Law of One, and that's how we have pyramids well, the pyramids were already there, but that's how a lot of people tried to rebuild civilization by using those pyramids as healing centers. Um, the social memory complexes that after the Diluvian deluge, we got Atlantis. That Atlantis was that, right? We had Enoch and Noah, supposedly. But we also had the Nordics with Odin. We have the Vedics with Brahma. South America had its own Quetzalcoatl. Um, China and Japan had their own also. Don't know their names. But how did all those civilizations have very similar themes, stories? And it shaped our religious basis today. I'm very convinced that back then they knew more about quantum physics. They knew about the theory, what we call theory was actual applied in their time frame. Ashana D made it a point and it's been now very much going viral that we went from 5D to 3D, and we did. Lemuria and I think a few lives, epochs of Atlantis. Atlantis wasn't a one and done. It was a development. Different cycles. in the earlier stages, I believe that Atlantis was 5D. So Earth was at one point 5D. If I go back to Ra, which I'm planning on doing very soon, Ra will say that before, at some point, we did not have veiling. So we knew our missions, we knew what we were. We came for an experience to be human or living on Gaia. And then it didn't work out because no one really fulfilled their roles because they got bored and complacent. So up, here comes the veil. I've heard of the title 99 Red Balloons, but not listen to the song. I got to listen to these songs now. But let's take a step back. All of this I am explaining, other people have explained. It's showing you in plain sight that these things exist. Why are we so naive to it? It's the programming. Once you deprogram yourself and think for yourself and investigate and give yourself a whole plethora of knowledge, not everything in these books, these almanacs, and even our emissary up there from France, even her work is not as accurate. It is pretty spot on, but not all of it. Once again, it's all perception. I'm sure her lovely Palladian up there is giving you just a depiction. My mom channeling through me, saying thank you to everybody, in the channeling said, your concept of aliens is not what you think. I don't know what she meant by that, but I take her words very heavy. We don't know. I've seen them, and many of you have seen them too. The Arcturians come in light. Angels come in light. Spirit comes in all different facets and sizes and shapes and colors and feelings. There's false light out there. I'm not saying I just want you all to have some discernment. And I'm a part of that, doing that for myself. Most of these craft are ours. And if it's not ours, it's in other countries. Japan, China, Korea, Russia, and maybe some of the Nordic countries are hiding high-ended tech, not just weaponry, but machines. Why do you think when I was reading the Stargate book, half, if not almost half of the majority of those Stargates are near water? Large bodies of ocean. Staten Island happened to be on the Atlantic Ocean. It's an island. Manhattan Island. It's an island on the ocean. Bermuda Triangle. Ocean. A lot of the places are near water. What is that giving you a hat tip towards? What's underneath us? What's in the oceans? A few years ago, they have discovered mermaids. The Discovery Channel, the Travel Channel, one of those stupid channels, had access in, I want to say off of Greenland. Why do you think our friend wants Greenland? What's there? Not somebody's old body in flash frozen. What is in Greenland? What's in the sea below it? I don't believe any of the myths are actual myths. I believe it's all real. Sure, there's some with anything. A good writer is going to hook you into the story. And it's really through fiction, aka our movies, that help us conceive of things that are possible in this world. They just make you believe it's fake when it in reality is real. They're anomalies, meaning they're not necessarily spread across and worldwide, and everybody knows about these things. They're just concepts that they throw in to steer you off, but give you the truth. Do I believe exopolitic when one of his guys is now he's not concealed so much anymore, was going down to a space ark? Well, out of the realm of possibility, I was taken to Asgard by two neutral beings. They don't have a side, they just stay neutral. There is cloaking tech. If you go to Google Maps and look at Air Force bases, there are planes, and it's not necessarily because they were, fuzzed out by Google. I think there's real cloaking devices on those craft. Yes, it is. All things in the realm of possibility. I just say, looking in what we're going through now, many people have said we have to do everything twice. And it's to correct the wrong. Well, what went wrong in 1953? It doesn't matter what side of the fence you take with Eisenhower, I could care less. Bad president, good president, general, not general. Valiant Thor has not been brought out into the table yet, and I'm a little scratching my head in preponderance of why. We're talking about the aliens, but yet we had one present itself in the flesh during the Eisenhower administration, Valiant Thor. Why hasn't that conversation come back up? Why hasn't the Granada Treaty come back up? Why hasn't all the little projects that no longer serve us? It's not going to damage us. It's out there. The information's there. What happened at Area 51? There already been leaked alien interviews, whether that's AI or some generated nonsense. It's still for the people that are skeptical. It helps, right? Not all bad things are, or AI fakes are bad. They're informing you of something. You got to look at everything as a lesson and a learning, and the why did it come out and why did it happen aspect. If we do that, we will get a little further in advancement. Oh, cloning's been around forever. cloning's been around for hundreds of years. I mean, you look at as an artist, I'm not like Carol Maureen Friesen, who does facial readings, but I did take anatomy in college and drew faces and bodies for 4 years straight, hours on end. There's some of the Hollywood stars and other famous people out there that you can go, what the fuck, when you look at somebody's portrait from 1900 and go, well, what? Doppelganger? Or is that a clone? These are topics that a lot of us have been already in the knowing of. Um, just, in the words of my mother, it's not what we think. And we're being bamboozled at some point. I don't really think every depiction of a Draco is what they tell you it is. Because when I show my picture, it has semblance to it, but not exact. When we look at the old stonework and pictures in the caves, that you can carbon date that stuff back, they were showing spacecraft. So who are we, like what level of insanity are you living if you're not looking at those things and going, wow, that's odd. That's right. I'm with you, Sparky. And we all come to our truths, inner truths, and we expand on them if your conscious is open enough to have an eye for it. There are people that we watched back in the day, for many of us in the politics land, that were like, whoa, this opened up a whole new can of worms for me. And then eventually you outgrew that paradigm. You already learned what you needed and you move on. That's truth. Truth is a frequency. When you get to the understanding of the truth, it expands and it gets larger and it keeps growing. Truth is not just this linear thing that we all look at and go, well, that is actual. It expands and it grows and it gets deeper, but it also gets expansive. Yeah, well, the military industrial complex is the biggest problem still to this day. It's not our military we need to be afraid of, it's the off-world projects James Rink brings up in his books and his SSP stuff. The Umbrella Corporation just didn't spring out of an imaginary person saying, I want to make a movie about a T virus, and all the cloning and CRISPR technology and all that, and CERN with Alice and all of that. No, that movie came from a pocket reality that exists parallel to ours. When all the stars go to Antarctica, they're going off planet. Who are we kidding? Where they're going, we don't know. If you look at Nos Confunden, there are many, many lands. They have all the planetary names, but there's also other lands like Asgard, and that's just one of them. There's so much to our realm that we still have not yet to comprehend. And for some of us that are ready, that are not going to shoot first and ask questions later, we're going to ask the questions and just be cautious. Once again, are we in for another Granada Treaty? false, instead of the beings going, oh, I want to save myself. Will it be the false light beings going, oh, we have this technology and we're upgrading your human race? It could turn that way too. I just know we're all divinely protected. We have Kruger, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, NASA. I believe in Tesla, Elon Musk's SpaceX program. They know how to get in and out of time space. They know where the holes are in the firmament to escape. There are holes. Multiple people have already talked about, especially in the Law of One, that there's ways of getting in here. There's interdimensional beings, transdimensional beings. There's a lot of beings that know how to get in and out of here. Correct. Sparky. Correct, Mars. That's why my mom said in the channeling, it's not what you think. What you consider and classify as alien is not exactly what you think. My mom's a starseed up there, transcended. And she is very adamant about, and my mom never believed in this shit when she was human. None of it. Absolutely none of it until a month before she died. She started seeing shit. And it's been 8-9 years already that she's gone. And she's pretty much spot on when she came through me. We are only going off of what our human intelligence tells us, what we could what we could conceptualize in our minds is only based off of what we have lived experience with, what we've seen. And anything could project itself, like a demon could show itself in any form. Right? If something scares you, an entity is going to take advantage of that knowing and scare the fuck pants out of you. When we were watching television shows, movies, even the X-Files was also like predictive programming, but also truth. I would love to get my hands on the X-Files like library to go back and watch the episodes of Mulder and Scully going on adventures and Black Goo and people that have some crazy ass telepathic communication. There's so much in the X-Files. I would love to go back and watch all of the episodes because the truth is really out there. It's just how expanded you're willing to go with it because it's not linear. Yeah. I mean, human combustion is a real event. How does that actually take place and occur? Um, I mean, technically, we are also classified as aliens. We're just a species amongst many. We're our own breed. And I would like to say anything with a conscious, even the hive mind things have a God spark at some point in it. God said, let there be. So all exists if it all created under God. I know. I gotta find a good brand of sunflower seeds. I'm still looking for it. Mr. Fox Mulder. I love that show. There's so much truth in that show. There's so much truth in the movies. And right now, gosh, on all these streaming services, they're really telling you through a lot of these shows whether they are predictive programming or not, and some of them really are, sky's the limit. And it's up to us to say, what do we want? We do. Well, Mars, what is happening with us as a species, because it is postulated, and I believe this, that human, in our human genetics, this is why there's so many people who are very locked on to the bloodline, your blood type and everything, like so much, is because there's 22 races that we are all composed of. It's not just one. We have a reptilian mind, we have some reptilian in us, we also have some humanoid and other features from 22 different races. It's not just four we're composed of a lot of things. And our helix, in an etherical sense, is already upgraded. Some of us are already on 72 strands. A lot of the kids coming in now, yes, their humanness in the vehicle only has 2 strands. The etherical is opening up, which will start becoming material once you raise your vibration enough to have and hone in the crystalline body. But that's not for a long time. We are in the process of starting that now. If we were to just do this, we would all humanly combust. All of us. Even some of the kiddos that are upgraded already. Our bodies can't handle that in a snap. It has to slow roll. SG1, that show supposedly, and I think it is accurate, has shown the Stargate in Cheyenne Mountain. And the Stargate, it's the one that humans made. And even if it's alien tech, it's portal jumping. There's a bunch of them. Busegi Mountain in Romania. If you go to my book reviews and check out Transylvania Sunrise, excuse me, and Moonrise. My black seed oil is starting to make me hiccup. Hi, Ivy. Oh, girl, I'm being electrocuted right now. That's what I feel like. I'm being electrocuted all up in here, all up in the back of my neck. But I also walked to work today, which is a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Uh, I had to help the OT and PT with equipment and to help them lift it. And I was like, they saw my muscles. They're like, make a muscle. And I was like that. And they're like, you're ripped. Look at my little. It was great. Yeah. Pirate is getting there. Slowly. I got to lighten up the purple a tidge bit. But the white also has to go over. I'm not necessarily from this planet. At least my soul isn't. My soul's from source, like all of yours, but I've had many lifetimes in Alpha Beta Centauri, in Sirius, the Pleiades. I lived 28,628 lives. That doesn't mean human lives. That means in density, in form of some sort. And my dumbass decided I'm going to volunteer myself, just like a lot of you. I'm going to be brave and I'm going to volunteer. And I'm going to come down here and have a human life, and fuck that. I love you all, though. I do. I love all of you. I'm trying not to splash paint on me, by the way, too. Because I don't need that much white paint. I'm doing a pirate, which is now looking more like a pirate without the black. I'm so excited, guys. Little Thor video will be out in the morning at some point. Little Thor came at like 5:30. And I got a video of a little guy eating. So excited. If anybody's crafting, let me know. This is Craft and Sip, by the way. I hope to get this done by Thursday and bring it in on Friday and present it to the principal, if I can get it done. Aww. I am making Ivy my principal. Obviously, I don't have the time. I could have done this maybe. I needed the picture though of the Maryville pirate. And what I'm going to do on here is going to have on top incredible innings. And then it's going to have principal and my principal's name, assistant principal, her name, and the dean all around. And maybe they can hang this in the front office somewhere. I don't know. If it comes out right. I'm freehanding, which is not the best sometimes. Not my strong suit. Back in the day, it was, not all the time. And my face is super greasy. Yay. Hormones. My principal was a little shocked last year when I gave him a business card holder. I made him a solid color purple. I gave one with gemstones to my assistant principal. I love her. And this year we got a dean. She's really she's chill. I don't know if she likes me or not. Like she gives me weird vibes. Um, you know, reverse racism does happen. But I get along with just about everybody in the school, so I hope that she jives with me eventually. But those are the pillars of our school, and they're amazing people. I love them as administrators. You know, nothing in this world is perfect. They have confines and things that they have to follow and participate in that they probably don't want to. But it's like my unique way of saying thank you. I like making people things. And obviously it's for the school, not necessarily for them, but I think it's a nice little way of me saying thank you if I could get it done. Uh, let's hope so. Ivy, correct. Yes. Besides this amazing popcorn that you all should get if you're into like simple, clean snacks, Himalayan gold, minimally processed, coconut oil, and Himalayan sea salt. Phenomenal popcorn. But this recess right here works. This is strawberry rose, sparkling water. It has magnesium in it, calcium, vitamin B6. It's delish. Delicioso. And also does calm and relax my nervous system. So we're going to go with it. I'm just trying to see if there's any more energies and fun things to read. I like this, and we're going to go with it. Three facts. I don't know. I don't like to say facts about quantum field and how you influence reality. 1, the quantum field is infinite potential. Everything that could happen already exists as possibility. Your focus determines what becomes. Your thoughts collapse energy into form. Observation is impassive. Your thoughts collapse waves into physical experience. Choose your focus. Emotion is a signal that programs the field. Feeling is a language of creation. The stronger the emotion, the faster the manifestation. Why I say collapsing the wave function. Your nervous system is your emotional state. It's your feelings. If you act as if, do it from a place of faith that you are becoming that. You already are that. You have to catch up to the signal. Creates things. Where's your focus? Instead of me, and I did this already when the car first broke down and I was walking for a month. That was the shift of me not flipping out, not going crazy. It will be okay. Things will get fixed. And it did. And I didn't have to worry too much about it. I still was inconvenienced, but I still got exercise and I took everything in an optimistic, positive form and not a negative fuck my life form. The same thing just happened again. A tree hit the power lines. I was out for almost 24 hours without power. And I was like, okay, what can I do that doesn't cost a thing in the light? Clean, organize, pull things. And when it got dark outside, I read a book. I didn't finish it. I'm still reading it, but I got a lot of reading done. The car doesn't work. Okay, so how can I go about fixing it? Okay. I looked at the code. It told me these could be 3 things that it could be. And I went in and they were cheap enough to buy them offline and got the parts. Now to figure out how to install. Never know. Oh, that's good. Fresh. When you're tuning your nervous system, the universe is going to throw you tests. People, places, and things. It's how you're responding, how you feel when these things arise in your outer world. When you can contain your inner world and keep that peace and keep those feelings contained and master your thinking, your reactions, your thoughts. I get this all the time. A lot of people have been asking me why was keyword, someone still in and out of my life. Is the universe still testing me? I'm also a lesson for a lot of people. This time around, I'm not a see you next Tuesday and I could totally rip in. And I'm not going that low. I'm not lowering my vibration for such shit. I'm not doing it. Nor am I talking it into existence to go that way. Because the universe is saying to you today, let go of the past. It no longer has power over you. Your future is waiting, but you must move forward to claim it. Stop worrying. Everything is working out exactly as it should. Boom. I mean, why not? you know, why not? Here's some something to ponder. And once again, only take the things that resonate within your heart space. Our mind is a lens that shapes consciousness. Every input matters. What we eat, what we watch, what we listen to, the environments we step into, the patterns we reinforce. Each choice polishes the lens or clouds it. Consciousness is not fixed. It sharpens when we become aware of what we allow in and how we choose to respond. Guard the lens, shape the fire, because every action either fuels your becoming or feeds your destruction. Sure. I'm going to read this. You have been waiting to feel ready. But ready is not a feeling, it is a decision. The life you want is not on the other side of more preparation. It is on the other side of the step you keep postponing. You are qualified. You are enough. You always were. Begin today. The confidence comes after, not before. For those of you still in the purging stages of life, why letting go feels like losing a part of yourself. Letting go means releasing a version of yourself. That is why it feels so heavy. Over time, you begin to understand this on a deeper level. It changes how you see people, how you see yourself, and what you are willing to accept moving forward. The awareness might feel heavy at first, but it is also what creates real change. That's a heavy one. How do you see yourself? For me, what that looks like is doing courses, is thinking optimistically, is looking at what my opportunities and what door can open for me. Not just sitting stagnant going, well, I'm not good enough for that, or this is not for me. I don't know. Hi, Farley. That's right, Sparky. I don't know. I tend to not get bored. I can find anything to do, whether it be artwork, reading a book, doing research, doing a course, going outside in nature and meditating. I always find something to do. I don't sit around and go, ugh. Happy people go out and about and enjoy life. And I finally allowed myself to be that and to move on. Like I was saying earlier, I'm not proud of my past. I'm not proud of a ton of stuff that happened in it. Hi, Gregory. I'm not. I'm not proud. That's why it's my past. I learned and took the lessons from the past, and I'm not bringing it into this future self, this present self. It doesn't exist any longer. The 5-year-old child does not exist anymore. 6 months ago does not exist any longer in this vehicle. It is in the moment. Here. It could be, Miss Ivy. But letting go does feel like you're losing a part of yourself, because that is a part of that self got you to this point. Those lessons, those experiences, walking through and going on your bear hunt got you right here. You survived because of those things to gain your wisdom to get you to here. Think it. You don't need it no longer. You already learned the lesson. You already moved on. Gone. Bye, Felicia, over there. It doesn't exist. It decohered out of your field. And if you keep allowing other people, places, and things to keep surfacing up that past you, you have to put your boundaries up and put your foot down. I choose to live in the moment. Is my moments perfect? No, absolutely not. But I strive each day to walk a righteous path, to do the right thing. Today, I put so many smiles on so many faces today by giving back to people who gave back to me in the winter. It's small, it's not significant, but a fucking dumpster fire pen and a little dumpster fire put so many people in a good mood. They laughed. They were like, wow, yes, we went through a dumpster fire of a year. Wow. And it's like I gave people recognition where it is needed. That made me feel so happy today. I had so many people cracking up. It's the end of the school year. We got 3 days left. And just to know that I could leave the year off with a smile and a happy little laugh. That's all that matters to me. The car situation, if I can't fix it tomorrow or Thursday, I'm going to rent a car and I'm going to get my stuff to the library and my car to a shop to get fixed. Stuff can be solved. No one's perfect. We learn through experience. And each and every day that we live, we're going to come across a lot of things that trigger us or bring things back to see if we moved on or not. The universe is always testing us to see if we mastered something. If we do, we get new lessons and new learnings and new experiences to explore. I just saw that. I don't know if you retracted your comment, Farley. YouTube is being really malicious today on my chat. So if it wasn't you, I'm sorry. I have to go back into the settings of chat and figure it out. I don't like that. Yeah, and I'm hoping this this course I'm doing now, I'm almost done with it. It's giving me some very big thinkings of how I want to proceed forward because I have to learn programs. This is giving me the overall so I'm looking at e-learning and how to make courses for e-learning specific. But it's giving me like Adobe Captivate Creator, not Creator. I think it's Adobe Captivate, but there's a whole lot of Adobe stuff in that one program that you can use. And then there's Lectora, And there's just so many they mention, and I have to actually go and learn each of those modalities if I can afford to. Adobe's expensive. Adobe products are very expensive. Um, so I have to see what I want to do moving forward and how to build a portfolio, or revamp some of my stuff in an AI program for free. I have to see, but these courses are very interesting, and I'm hoping that this summer I could do as much as I can for free. Um, if I have to get a car, I have to get like another 5 jobs. But I have a lot of things I'm working on in the background, and I'm hoping that in the next few weeks after work I can concentrate on all of them. I can get launching things and put things up, and I'm excited. There's a lot of things I'm working on. So I'm hitting the floor running. And that's the momentum and that's the structure that my astrology is in right now. Life is a dream, but you got to work for the dream. I can't sit idly by and watch my life fester. So I'm releasing the version of that self that doesn't believe that it can happen. I'm already embodied the self that has it all. And I did post a while back. If you write in past tense that you already have it, but you believe it in your nervous system because you already are living it in another paradigm, if you keep writing in that manner, it does come quicker, supposedly. I'm testing it out. It's all a test. I thought this was interesting. Quantum entanglement. The truth is that we neither live nor die as self-contained units. At every turn, life links us to God. And when we die, we come face to face with him. Oh, look, it's from the Bible. Quantum entanglement. Here's some motivation for all of you. The universe is saying to you today, move with a pure heart, striving always to be a better person. Let your actions and intentions be guided by love and kindness, even when challenged. Remember, you invite the same energy you put out, so be responsible. Transforming your pain into positivity is a superpower. Yay! I love my laptop. Um, I do. And I like free apps. And even some of the paid ones that I have, like I use Wondershare Uniconverter. There's a lot you could do with that. I have to update it. The last time I did a TikToks clip, I thought everything was great and there was no voice on any of my videos. So I have to figure out what the hell went wrong there. But I like playing with I do a lot more on my phone with the AI stuff. But I do a lot of writing, a lot of my research, a lot of stuff on my laptop. I love it. This desktop is amazing. Very glad I invested in it. Yes. You have healed your mind. Your nervous system has not heard about it yet. Insight lives in the prefrontal cortex. The pattern lives somewhere far older and far deeper. This is live in frequency. A lot of their stuff is, because people like myself are using their work, but it's worth going and investing in reading their stuff. It's free. Your body contains more atoms than there are stars in the observable universe. You are far more complex than you imagine. Now, if we go back into Blavatsky's work from yesterday, if you listen to my reading, your body contains approximately seven. That was the whole basis of what I was reading about yesterday was 7 octillion atoms. The observable universe has about 1 octillion stars. That means there are 7 times more atoms in your body than the stars in the entire universe. Observable, of course. What does this mean? Every cell, every thought, every breath, all made of atoms. You are not just part of the universe. You are the universe. Incomprehensible in scale, unbelievable in beauty. The same elements in stars live within you. We are literally star stuff. Hi, Patrick. You all are star stuff. You're a compendium of amazing ingredients that is made of the cosmos. I'd rather say it that way. I mean, it's true. I mean, and once again, this is a postulate, in my opinion. Damn straight, Sparky. But let's just say we really know that we have 7 octillion atoms? It's a speculative. That's a lot to count. It's speculation. But if we look at the Zohar, the Kabbalah, Blavatsky, the Vedas, 7 is a theme throughout all history. And it's really interesting how it's showing up here. It really is. I don't know, obviously Blavatsky has her take on what 7 means. I mean, the Curtises also in their Keys to the Universe break down the numbers and what each number means, eso and exoterically. It's just a very interesting dynamic. We're bound by ontological mathematics in linear 3D. So 7 octillion, cool. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. And I've been liking AI recently a lot. Today's Craft and Sip with AllyKat. It didn't do what I wanted it to do, but it's just as good. Ha! Oh, chicken poop. Chicken! Buck buck! Chicken chicken! You gotta love chicken. Thank you. AI I'm trying to incorporate different concepts because I every day I'm trying to get little Thor, Freya, and Baby P in different scenarios for that book series I'm working on. And some of it, a lot of it are misses from what I'm putting in and asking it to do. Again, AI works great with a lot of things, and I got a lot of really good content from them. But even for myself, like I just pull pictures of myself and see where it takes me. This one isn't too bad. One turkey. One turkey. Um, fun fact, back in Staten Island, we had wild turkeys and we had one on our block we called Tom. Me and my neighbor named it Tom. We don't know why, but Turkey Tom was cute. And Turkey Tom was actually not an asshole. Wild turkeys are vicious. 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 Before we get off of here, because it is getting late, and I got work in the morning, and I gotta walk to work. Fun times. Anybody, I'm gonna work on my car at some point tomorrow. But anybody knows anything about Mazdas and mass airflow meter sensors, throttle position sensor, and an air filter, let me know. I could use some help installing or fixing or spraying the sensors to clean them. Oh yeah, the geese. Someone put a really good meme out of Indiana. Like people fear this, but they really should be fearing that. And it was the Canadian geese. They are vicious. So this caught my attention just now. The Fibonacci sequence was entered into a quantum computer, and scientists found a new phase of matter. In an exciting breakthrough, scientists fed the Fibonacci sequence into a quantum computer and discovered a completely new phase of matter. This unexpected result shows how ancient mathematical patterns can intersect with cutting-edge technology to reveal phenomena that were previously invisible to researchers. Gregory, that's cute. I like that name. The Fibonacci sequence, known for its presence in nature from pine cones to seashells, has now played a role in unlocking novel quantum states. Quantum computers are uniquely suited for this type of discovery because they can process complex interactions at a scale classical computers cannot. By simulating particle arrangement using Fibonacci-inspired patterns, researchers observed matter behaving in ways that challenge conventional physics. The discovery could have implications for material science, energy storage, and the development of new technologies that rely on exotic quantum states. The findings also demonstrate the power of combining mathematical intuition with quantum experimentation. Patterns we see in nature are more than aesthetic. They can guide scientists towards insights that transform our understanding of the physical world. This new phase of matter may inspire future research into superconductivity, quantum sensors, or even advanced computing architectures. While still in experimental stage, this achievement highlights how quantum computing can accelerate discoveries that were once thought impossible. By leveraging both math and quantum mechanics, researchers can open doors to innovations that may impact technology, industry, and our daily lives. It's a reminder that science often progresses when imagination meets precise experimentation. Damn fucking Skippy correct. Damn Skippy. Refreshing Schumann resonance. Um, so for all those that just coming in, on Sunday, my power was out in my neighborhood for a long time, and I was invited out to lunch, and I had to go to the store and get some stuff. So I drove my car, and all of a sudden, it shot up like a Christmas tree. I lost power steering, my brakes. I mean, I had brakes, but the pressure was off. And the check engine light comes on with every other fucking light. I do a little loop-de-loo and get back to my house because there's no way I'm driving in the rain. It was raining here at the time too. Uh, with no brake, like my brakes being wonky and all the lights on. I got one of those code readers. I plug it in and it's like there's something wrong with either air entering in my engine or it's a sensor that needs to be cleaned or replaced, sensing something is off, but it might not be. And you could definitely hear some shit. So I'm like, okay, I'll get an air filter too. It could be any three things. Or it's really fucked. So I rather take the side of being optimistic that I got some parts off of Amazon for cheap. Yeah, that's not the real deal, but guess what? It's what I have right now. And if it's not that, I didn't waste much money on it. So I got a sensor cleaner and air filter and two sensor replacing two different things. That could be the problem with the car. And you can't just undo the codes because the car still has something going on. So I gotta look at the car and see what's going on. But in the meantime, I'm walking to work, which is great, but also shitty because it's the end of the year and I'm bringing everybody's gifts in, and I have to now do it day by day instead of one day. And that's probably why all of this hurts. It's sore because I had a lot of heavy shit with me today. Schumann resonance for today. That's a lot of heavy, heavy energy. Purge energy, by the way. Purge. Crazy. Yes, I did went into limp mode. Oh, my car. Yeah, my car was in limp mode. Thankfully in where I was driving, the speed limit isn't like a highway because my car went into limp mode after my alternator was changed. But then if it, like obviously as I kept driving it like fixed itself. Um I charged my battery because that could have been also another thing. It's not the alternator, that was replaced. So it's like looking at the sensors. And I don't know what caused it. It just out of nowhere driving, my car has been fine and limp mode. And I am not driving, I wasn't driving where I was going because I didn't want to, no. Middle of farmland and getting stuck is not fun on one road, places and nowhere to pull off. So I don't know if that's a cheap fix. But the guy, when I put the code, I did the code and it showed me what, I put it in and I plugged it in, and it could be a couple of things. It could be. So it gave me the air filter. It gave me the two sensors to look at and clean. And then it gave me, you have to replace those sensors and then go from there. It could be any other thing, but those are like the four things that it could be in terms of like things that I could probably do by myself or with the aid of another person because I don't know where all this stuff is in my car. I have to get all the schematics for it. And I hope to get it done by Thursday or Friday because I need to go then rent a car because I have too much shit to bring to the library on Saturday, and I'm doing that show regardless. Oh, I definitely have to get another car. That's not a question. I just need another secured position in life to be able to make payments. I did an adulting thing and I'm replacing four major windows at my house. They're fucking huge and it would have been over $30,000 to do four windows. I got it for 14. And I'm financing it, which is great. So my bill isn't that high. I can afford it. But if I had a car payment on it and then the car insurance goes up and the way my year has been with work, I might be skirting back into the same position that I was. So I have to figure out another job and I have to figure out life before I go venturing into getting a vehicle. If this one can't be fixed, I have no choice. I just gonna have to figure it out. But if this is easy, quick fixes for a little short term, I can do it. My car is 16 years old. It does need to be replaced. It is not safe in the winter. I don't mind. I'm keeping my job for the moment so I can walk to my job. That's not a problem. It's getting to the store and getting away and out and doing things that I don't have the ability to do unless I want to take all my money and throw it at Uber or Lyft, which I don't want to do that either. So we'll figure it out. All in due time. But I'm going to start with ground zero at the things that I could probably do or with assistance do and go from there. One can only hope. Crazy times. So I did get something started. It's the Maryville Pirate logo, sort of. We're going to get there. I have to clean it up a lot. A fuck ton. I got my Hertz on 174 because I am in pain. I'm going to head out, guys, because it's late and I got to get ready for tomorrow. Oh, power went out in my house, Gregory. We had a storm hit and lightning hit a tree. The tree knocked down a whole fucking line, and it took almost all day for them to get my power back on. And I'm just thankful if anybody has assistance for me, because obviously when I ask specific people, they disappear. They decohere. So yeah. I want to thank each and every one of you for contributing to the chat. Sorry, once again, I came on late. I walked and then I had crap to do, and I also had a shower. I was nasty. It was 80 degrees and I was sweaty. Yikes. Not a good look on me. I gotta clean my face again. It's so shiny. And my hair is all Einsteined and thin. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Sprinkle and seed your truths. Light that path forward. Please don't forget to ring the bell icon. There you get to know when I'm live. Unfortunately, today I was late. You see, that's why you need to ring the bell icon. And yeah, YouTube is being a little funky. I don't know why. I'm going to check my settings on the chat. I didn't change anything, but the up for review stuff, I don't know why it's there. I'm going to see if I can shut that off. I have another busy day at work tomorrow, and I'm hoping to work on the car and hopefully get a reading in. And yes, Gregory, if you know about it, please email me. I'll send you pictures. Remember, go within. A lot of things in this outside of the world is a distraction. Know what's true for you and no one else. It doesn't need to be true for me either. Know what's inside you, you beautiful souls. I hopefully will be live on Friday. My event on Saturday doesn't start until 12, so channel members expect your reading to be done on Sunday. Otherwise, all the links of all the beautiful people, including our beautiful moderator, Scott, his YouTube channel is in the links section. Also, Arnie, Sid, Divine Sunflower Tarot, Fluid Pour Patriot, and so many more. Michael Zinn's there. All these beautiful people have channels and have things that we love, we want to support. And I thank each and every one of you for supporting those others who are contributing to conscious expansion. Breathe. Change is here. Blue full moon is incoming. Once in a blue moon, it's coming. So make sure you are recalibrating and taking time to ground your energy. Have a blessed and beautiful night, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Blessings to each and every one of you for contributing in the chat. I can't say that enough. And have a blessed and beautiful night or day wherever you are. And bye for now.